Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same pack and nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a break.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte. Standing by, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play fake. Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Defense shows blitz. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
You got nothing. Spot.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey.
Just like that.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Mike 5-4. Double dog. That's the way.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. From the 50, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Newton looking here for Smith downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
On play action, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Gun. Rush in. Deuce. 20. Gun.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Newton. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Check. First and 10 at the 16-yard line. He's checking. Crash. Check. 20. Alert flare. 8. Tighten up.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And down he goes goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing, Cousins, under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the production fade.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Newton now to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 26, check 26. Greg.
Now Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground with Madison. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They will go for it. Now Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The 30. 10. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Come on, baby. Let's go!
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From just shy of midfield, Newton trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Back to throw, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Newton. He's going to look deep for more, and it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side. No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Hey! Watch the before. Out screen. Switch gears. Check three. Gun. Hammer. Mike 5-4. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 50. Mike's 54. 8. Check 3.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete.
Oh, boy.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gun. At the 50-yard line. 24. You got tight.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. 20. Switch. Shift. 8.
This is McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Under 10. 10. Slam.
McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
He's checking crack. 20.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack on first down, Newton, and this is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big...
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Going to run with Madison again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is taken around the 12. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Steelers who've moved out in front in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
20. Check. Kill. Check 50. Mark 55.
They go again with Davis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
He don't want it. 8.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Vikings' 48-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Greg. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 36.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it third down. To throw is Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. A first down throw for Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Cousins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be solid. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaq Lawson getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
This is caught inside the 15. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another carry now from Madison. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Brian Burns, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Throwing is Cousins, and he's going to go down again. Brian Burns, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Gun. Come again. Here I come again.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Sponge, 20. Sponge, no.
On the ground, McCaffrey. He was brought down by Malik Collins. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, watch, check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ricky. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 20. Watch 54. Watch the run. Express. It's south, baby. That's baby south. That's rock now.
Newton now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. That one goes for 24 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Gun. Come on, switch it. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 6 guys. 20. 6 guys.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be getting a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Mike Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
First down, here's Cousins. Under pressure, they got him again. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns.